If you are planning to buy a 1 liter or 1.2 liter turbo car in 2026, you need to watch this first, because while most brands are pushing smaller turbo engines harder than ever, Toyota is quietly moving in opposite direction. And if history tells us anything, when Toyota moves quietly, the industry follows. This isn't about EVs, this isn't about hybrids, this is about something much bigger. It's about whether small turbo engines even survive the next 5 years. Let's rewind. Why did 1 liter and 1.2 turbo engines explode globally? 3 words: emissions, fuel economy, and marketing. Governments demanded lower CO2 numbers, brands needed better fuel economy on papers, and turbocharging a tiny engine becomes the perfect shortcut. Small engine, big boost, better test cycle numbers. On papers, genius, but in real world, that's where things get complicated. Because a 1 liter turbo engine works extremely hard. It's under high cylinder pressure, high combustion temperature, higher thermal stress, more load per cc. It's like asking a marathon runner to sprint daily. Yes, it works, but at what long-term cost? Let's break this down technically. Small displacement turbo engines rely heavily on high boost pressure, direct injection, aggressive timing, smaller cooling margins. That means more heat cycles, more strain on pistons, more stress on turbo bearings, more oil degradation. Now add stop-go city traffic, low quality fuel in many countries, long oil sales intervals, and suddenly long-term durability becomes a real question. And this is not saying all small turbos fail. Many run perfectly fine, but the margin for error is smaller, and Toyota knows this. Look at Toyota historically. They are not trend followers. They avoided CVTs for years. They delayed EV-only commitment. They resisted aggressive downsizing longer than most. And when they do adopt something, they over-engineer it. But notice something interesting. In recent years, Toyota has doubled down on hybrid system, larger displacement efficiency tuning, naturally aspirated reliability, hybrid torque filling instead of turbo boosting. Instead of squeezing more power from smaller engines, they combine electric torque with conservative combustion tuning. That's a very different philosophy, and it signals something. 2026 is critical. Emission regulations are tightening globally, but instead of pushing 1 liter turbo engines further, Toyota is expanding hybrid penetration. Why? Because hybrid systems reduce stress on combustion engines. Electric motors handle low-speed torque. Engine runs in optimal efficiency zones. Less turbo strain, less aggressive boost spikes. This reduces heat load, cylinder pressure spikes, mechanical fatigue. In simple words, hybridization protects the engine. A tiny turbo engine without hybrid assistance, it carries the full burden alone. Toyota's strategy seems clear. Don't overstress small engines, support them or replace them with hybrid systems. If that becomes the global template, standalone small turbo engines could lose relevance. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Many automakers downsize aggressively. Some push 3-cylinder turbos everywhere. It improved emission numbers quickly, but long-term ownership data is still measuring. As vehicle age past 1 lakh km, past 1.5 lakh km, real durability stories start appearing, and consumers are noticing. Search trends for turbo engine problems, oil burning small engines, carbon buildup, direct injection are rising globally. If buyers begin associating small turbos with long-term risks, brands will pivot fast. Toyota might be preparing for that pivot early. It is not about panic. It is about strategy. Toyota rarely bets against durability. If they are prioritizing hybrid torque over extreme downsizing, it may signal that the industry's small turbo experiments has limits. The real question isn't are 1 liter turbo engines bad. The real question is, will they remain dominant solution in 5 years, or will hybrid supported engines quietly replace them? And if that shift happens, early adopters of heavily stressed small turbo engines may feel it first. If you own a small turbo car, would you buy another one? If you are planning to buy in 2026, would you still choose 1-liter turbo or would you go with hybrid? Comment your country and your engine. Let's see where the real world stands. And if you care about the engineering truth behind car marketing, subscribe, because the next shift is already happening and most people just haven't noticed it yet.